Hey guys, this is Champion Marks here for another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. This one's going to be an RU match versus a guy I found on Smogon Wi-Fi Battle Finder, whose name was Muffin1Man, apparently. Yeah. RU battle, because I was like, I really have no current low-tier teams. Matter of fact, pretty much all of my teams except my OU teams are out of date, so I thought I'd give my team, make some new low-tier teams, because really all I have is an NU team, and that doesn't really work that well anyway, so I should probably remake that soon too. But anyway, yeah, got my 4 walls in a tier that's actually pretty offensive, because that's how I roll. So, and this other guy's got 4 attackers and 2 walls, and I've got 4 walls, 2 attackers, so, you know, that's a thing. But, yeah, it doesn't really look like I'm going to be having any problems, because Seismitoad is kind of weird. I thought it would be good for setting up rocks and stuff, and it's kind of, you know, got the water absorbed and whatever, so that. It kinda can go up against Electivire pretty well, because, you know, Earth Power and stuff. Same with my Dusknoir. He's also got a Dusknoir, so that's going to be a problem, because, look, I don't actually, wait, I think my Seismitoad has Toxic, so it can Toxic that, but don't really have anything that hard counters Dusknoir, because stuff. Sandslash, just need to make sure I get rid of that before I can do anything, because if a Rapid spins away my hazards, that's going to be a problem, because, you know, I have spikes and rocks and stuff. Bouffalant, Ferroseed, Hitmonlee, and Dusknoir for most part. Pretty much any of those can counter it. Poliwrath, have to watch out for that, because they normally set up substitutes, and I have a thing where stuff that sets up subs usually rapes my shit. And Jinx. I have Munchlax, if Jinx ever becomes a pressing problem, I can just go into Munchlax, because, you know, Rest, Sleep Talks, and Super Mega Special Defensive, so Jinx really doesn't have anything on Munchlax. So, yeah, that's that, and let's get into the actual battle. Okay, so, yeah, battle starts now thing. Sorry if I don't know what happens, I haven't really watched this battle, and I've had it, like, I don't know what, maybe 3 weeks ago. This battle's old as shit, but anyway. Lead off with Seismitoad, he leads off with Electivire, but that's a really shitty matchup for him, so I know he's going to switch, so I decided to go for the Toxic, protecting that, and get it on his Dusknoir, which is just like the best thing ever that I could have gotten Toxic on, because, you know, Dusknoir is pretty much the bulkiest thing on his team. And I set up Stealth Rocks as he decides to burn me, which burn really doesn't hurt my Seismitoad too much, because really not going to be needing this Seismitoad for much more. It's kind of already done its job. And it has special attacks anyway, so the burn doesn't really hurt its damage output either. And those Earthquakes are actually doing a reasonable chunk, considering I'm physically defensive, but Seismitoad's defense is really shitty. It really, only reason it takes hits is because of its really good HP stat, but yeah, I decided to switch out and go into my, fuck, what is this thing called? Sigalith. That's what it's called, yes. And I take the Earthquake, because, you know, flying type and stuff, and for some reason I decided to go for Air Slash over Psychic. I was fearing Jinx would come in for reasons. I don't know what those reasons are, so I kind of unnecessarily take a Shadow Punch to the face. And I do actually live it, which I was kind of surprised by that, and thankfully I'm not going to be able to die to Stealth Rocks, because, you know, Magic Guard and stuff. Also, don't ask why, but this Sigalith is Scarf, because I thought Scarf Sigalith would be a good idea for, I really have no freaking idea what reason, but, you know, I used to use a Scarf Xatu back in the days when PBR was a thing, and even though I still upload PBR, you know, back when PBR was actually somewhat popular, but whatever, you know, that. And I switched into Seismitoad on Electivire because, you know, good matchup and stuff, and he decides to switch out because, you know, bad matchup and stuff, and he goes into Bouffalant, and Bouffalant takes an Earth Power, which that actually does a surprisingly good chunk. I thought it would do less than that, but, you know, it did good chunk, like I said, and I go for Toxic. Surprisingly, I outspeed it. I thought Bouffalant would be faster than me, but I guess he's not for reasons, and I send in Hitmonlee, and oh my god, this thing is awesome, I love it to death. He sends in Sand Slash because physically defensive and try and take a hit, but Reckless boosted Choice Banded High Jump Kick doesn't work like that. You don't take Reckless Choice Banded High Jump Kick and live, except it kind of does live, but then I immediately 2-hit KO it, and that's just awesome, because Sand Slash is dead and didn't do a darn thing, but in here I kind of have a derp moment, and it's like, I'm faster, I'll just go for another high jump kick. Oh wait, Jinx outspeeds me. Crap. That's not good, but thankfully I still have this random Scarf Sigilyph and can go for the Heat Wave, and since this Jinx probably has dry skin, that's like double super effective, so it's going to knock it out, and in comes the Select Fire, and do I switch out? I think I switch out into Dust Noir here. Yes, Dust Noir. Yes, because Dust Noir isn't really hit super effectively by any of its hits, so it can take them pretty well. And he goes for Fire Punch. I'm guessing, expecting Pharaoh Seed as my switch in, because, you know, that was actually a pretty good prediction, but, you know, Dust Noir comes in, because it's a better matchup against Electivire, and I go for the Will-O-Wisp as he switches into Bouffalante, and because Bouffalante's already poisoned, it's not going to get burned, because logic, you can't be burned and poisoned at the same time. And I just switch out because I don't really have much to do to this thing other than Earthquake, and I don't really want it setting up in my face. Even though it wouldn't really be able to do much after it sets up, because, you know, poison sort of limits the sweep. But I go into Pharaoh Seed anyway, because I know that I can wall it for days and set up little spikes so that, you know, this thing with the switching will take a little less time so I can get more KOs on this Pokemon on the switching, because this is a fairly defensive team, so, you know, it needs the residual damage to be able to kill stuff. And in comes Electivire again, goes for the Fire Punch. I'm under the assumption that this thing is choiced at this point, because, you know, it hasn't gone for anything other than just a single move and then switched out. But here it shows me that it's Expert Belt, because, you know, Wild Charge. And I just go for Earthquake, because I know it can live any hit from it. And Earthquake is super effective, and it actually takes out the Electivire, which is awesome, because Eevire may suck, but it's got a wide enough... Well, actually, it really wouldn't have threatened my team at all, because at that point I could have KO'd it with Sigilyph anyway, and in comes this Poliwrath, and oh my god. This Poliwrath, I swear, is so annoying, because it has the substitute, so I know it's going to be going for that, and I need to make sure that when it KOs me, it doesn't have a substitute, and that's going to be really difficult, because I see that my Earthquake doesn't even KO the sub. However, I do find out later in this exchange that I can KO it with an Earthquake Shadow Sneak combo, so I'll be able to do the Earthquake as it subs, then I'll be able to get off the Shadow Sneak, and it'll kill me, and it won't have it sub anymore, so that'll be pretty good, because, you know, and oh my god, this is kind of lagging, because I sped it up like ×3 speed, so it's going almost faster than it can handle, which is, yeah, a thing. Poliwrath tries one more time to set up a sub, but I show off here that I have Shadow Sneak, so I'm able to break the sub, and thankfully I am, because now I'm going to... Dust Noir is going to be KO'd, and I'll be able to bring in a fresh threat to get rid of this Poliwrath, and I do believe that will be the game, because all that's left is this Poliwrath, if I am not mistaken. May have one other thing left that I can just KO with the Psychic. Oh yeah, he has his Bouffalante left, but that thing's gonna die to a Psychic as well. It's got shit ton of entry hazard damage, and that'll be the game. So GG Muffin1Man, was pretty fun. I haven't played RU in forever, so this was pretty cool. Thanks for watching, comment, rate, sub, and see all you guys later.